started making your coffee cake, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and grease a 9-inch square pan with solid shortening. I used Crisco. And grease it well so that you won't have any sticking with your coffee cake. And if you wake up in the morning and you think, oh, I need to have a coffee cake prepared today, what you might find yourself in the situation for is that you don't have room temperature ingredients. And you're going to want your butter to be room temperature. I've put it in this bowl with my sugar. But to do that, I took a stick of butter and put it in this glass bowl, put the glass bowl in the microwave on high, 20 seconds, and then just let it sit there while I was assembling the rest of the. The other ingredient that you may have that's not at room temperature is your eggs. To get my eggs to room temperature, I put 2 eggs in a bowl of warm water and let them sit while I was assembling the rest of the ingredients. So those are 2 great tips for you. Now, the first step that we're going to do is we're going to cream our butter and sugar together. We're just using a hand mixer. After a couple of minutes, my sugar and butter is light and fluffy. And I'm ready to add the eggs one at a time. And I'm continuing to beat until the eggs are well combined. So in this bowl, I have my flour, my baking powder, my baking soda, and my salt. So I'm mixing those together so I can distribute them. I've combined the flour mixture with the butter and sugar and egg mixture, putting half of the flour mixture into the egg mixture and half of the sour cream, and then repeating that. And what I've come up with now is a very thick batter. This is the way it should look, nice and thick. The next step is to make the streusel topping. So here is a half a cup of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and we're going to mix those together. Along with some finely chopped walnuts. Now this is another tip for you, is to get yourself a nice little nut grinder, which very easily chops your nuts into fine texture. I don't know about you, but when I try to chop up nuts very finely, they seem to go all over the place. So I love this nut grinder. And I'll add the link so you can get one that's like the one I have. It's just so easy to use, all manual. It's perfect. Okay, so we're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla to the streusel mixture. It's going to start to bind the streusel mixture together a little bit. Now I've spread half of the batter for the cake in the pan using my offset spatula. You could use a spoon as well, but this offset spatula may be something that you want to get if you don't have one yet. Makes me able to do it nice and smoothly. I'm going to sprinkle half of the streusel mixture over the cake. Then I will put the rest of the cake batter on the cake. I like to do it in dollops that I distribute pretty evenly around the cake. It's going to be delicious. That's what we want, is something that's going to be delicious. There we go. And I'll take the rest of the streusel topping and put it across the cake. This cake is going into my preheated 350 degree oven for 30-35 minutes. You're going to insert a toothpick into the center, and if it comes out cleanly, you'll know your cake is ready. Really, this cake takes maybe about 15 minutes to assemble, another 35 minutes to bake in the oven. You can make this in the morning and have warm coffee cake with your coffee. So here we go, into the oven for about 35 minutes. It's been 35 minutes and I've taken the coffee cake out of the oven. It's puffed, it's browned, it looks done. Let's check and see if it is done. Yes, the toothpick comes out clean.